Here's another look at traffic signals, another way to look at them in real time as they're operating right now in Mishawaka. Here's the Grape Road corridor that we just looked at in the time-space diagram. You can see right through here. And this one is showing you what the major movements are doing right now, what the traffic signal is. So this is showing that we're running pattern 3 and north-south has the green. Here's at Douglas, running pattern 3 north-south currently has red right through there. And you can see how they change over time. You can just kind of watch these. What we were looking at before, this is University Drive here. We looked all the way down to Day Road. This intersection, this is Edison, was the next one south. All of those before, we were looking at that time-space diagram and seeing how the cars moved, or what the time-space diagram showed as our platoon bands. And those bands would have been platoons of cars moving up and down, north and south on Grape. This is showing you in real time where you've got the green, when you've got the green indications going north-south on it, right through there. And you can see this in Main Street's another coordinated corridor just off to the east of Grape Road, right? You can kind of follow that. And it doesn't look like it. Well, they're not all green at the same time, right? You may think that. That's true, but if you think about how long it takes to drive, right? This is a quarter mile. This is a little bit less than a quarter mile. This is a little bit more than one. Right? It would take quite a while to actually drive that. And so by the time, if a car left here and it just got the green indicator going northbound, the idea is this would switch back as it's switching now, and then you get green right before you come through Indian Ridge, and you continue on north, and hopefully in the 30 or 40 seconds it takes you to get up to University, by the time you got there, you'd get the green light at the next intersection, right? So just another way to indicate how this traffic signal works. And it's kind of cool seeing how a modern centralized controlled traffic signal system operates, right? So this is another tool you can have to look at, and we can zoom in on these, and my connection's pretty laggy, so we'll see if it actually can pop up here and show you more information. So it finally rebuilds the map here. Let's see. If you zoom in enough, now you can actually see what the indications are, the individual movements at that traffic signal. And it tells you over here, this is the system time right now. It's your controller clock running. It's in pattern 3, so it's a coordinated pattern. It is coordinated right now because it's green. If the coordination was off for some reason, someone pushing a ped button or something like that, or there was a preempt from an emergency vehicle, this would turn yellow. Or it would tell you it was running free, which at night it runs in a free mode, and so it's not being timed consistently in a coordinated pattern at night, and because of low traffic volumes, that's why we normally do that. And you can see right now the through lanes have the green, the 2 and the 6, phase 2 and 6. That's what the numbers are for. I have the through lanes right now, and you can see the blue dots. When these dots turn blue, that means there's a vehicle waiting. And so that's a call being placed on the signal through that. So it timed out. Now it's going to switch over and give somebody else green. So we're going to start over here. There was nobody waiting to turn left on the westbound left lane. So the eastbound left got it at the same time as the through movement did. This cleaned out. See the blue dot turned off. This one cleared out. The blue dot turned off. Now both through movements run. And so this has cars waiting in both the left turn lane and the through. This car arrived too late, though, to get the arrow, so maybe it can move through on permissive. And we'll see if it blinks off, and then we'll know it worked. Nope, it didn't. So we're all right. We just cleared out the queue going through there right before it finished. There was nobody waiting to turn southbound left, but northbound left got the green arrow. That's a protected movement at first. Right? It cleared out. Now it's going yellow. And now it came up with the through movement, and then this will get the through, right? So once this northbound left terminates, then the southbound through picks up and starts running through there. So that's just another example of a way we can track how traffic signals are working, and maybe a little more of a realistic view, almost in real life, right? It is real time through here, but just to see how these signals are operating and see how the sensor inputs affect it, right? So you can see where all these calls are, it's going to try to serve that phase next, right? It's probably going to be where it's going to head for next through that. But it has to wait until movements 2 and 6 end first. And these were the main movements. And this is a light traffic day, but on the main movements, typically these would stay busy all the time. This would be lit up all the time. There's another car just came through there and is activating the detection system right through that. All right, it's terminating. It is probably going to come up with this next. We'll see. Yep, there it is. Because there was a left turn vehicle waiting here. There was nobody in the left turn lane here waiting. So it gives, normally it would have run phase 3 and 7 at the same times. In this case, it didn't because no one was waiting in 7. So it gave 8 a little bit of extra time to clear out. And once 3 shuts off and terminates, now 4 can start because this is a through movement. And you can't have the westbound left running at the same time as an eastbound through. That's dangerous, sure. And so now it's running. And actually, now these are actually permissive. And so someone in this left turn lane could turn left still if there was nobody coming through. But phase terminated. And now we're going to go back here. Right? Nobody was in phase 5, or lane here, that northbound left, which is phase 5, early enough to trigger it. So it started off on the southbound lanes first. And now 2 will come up now that 1 is terminated. And there we go through there. And you can see every time this blue light turns on, another car gets detected in that location through there.